everyone, this is Ananya and you're watching the Campus News. Today's headlines. Student selection held at Pondicherry University. Third Puducherry International Documentary and Short Film Festival held at Jain Auditorium. Wildlife Week celebrated by the Department of Ecology and Environmental Sciences. Center for Women Studies is conducting an awareness campaign to prevent violence against women. Students Technical Association inaugurated by the Department of Electronics Engineering. Children's Day celebrated at Jain Auditorium. Globis 2013 organized by the Department of International Business. SAP Department of Commerce organized Faculty Development Program. Seminar on coordination of the chromosomal structure and genes expression conducted by the Department of Biotechnology. Department of Physical Education conducted intercollegiate kabaddi competition. Before we go to the news in details, we have Sunish with this episode's Insight.
In today's Insight, we have the Honorable Vice Chancellor of our university, Professor Chandra Krishnamurthy, enlightening us with her vision and mission for the academic year 2013-14.
Pondicherry University for the year 2013-14 has up its sleeves some academic programs which are innovative. The first one, which priority-wise has been taken, is the law school. A regeneration of the law school, introduction of LLM one-year program by the university in the law school. This one-year program has been accredited and approved by the Bar Council and the UGC. This program brings in the students who would otherwise migrate abroad to do a one-year postgraduate program. Along with this, the university also looks forward to start the joint degree program of an LLM along with an MBA. This ambitious program of a joint degree, it can be easily equated at par with any of the international universities of repute such as the Harvard and the Oxford. Coming up with the second aspect, where I would like to say what we have up our sleeves with respect to the MOUs that we have signed later on. That is, there are 39 MOUs which have been signed, of which 22 are of international nature, that is with international institutions of global repute from places like UK, USA and others, while the rest of them are the national ones, which include not only the national institutes but also ministries and other departments like the energy, renewable energy department. In keeping with the vision of the UGC, the Pondicherry University took the step of establishing and has proposed to establish specific centers for research in energy, petroleum products, sustainable development and disaster management at its other campuses such as Karaikal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The university's mission for the year 2013 and onwards has been Go Green. When we say Go Green, we really mean not only to retain the existing green of the university or the green cover, but to make the society more green. For that, various steps have been taken by the university. One, we would like to clean up the beaches along with the help of the students, the NCC and the NSS. Thereby, a clean beach provides for the health awareness, the hygiene of the community at large. So we shall be contributing to the society by providing this. We also feel Go Green also means that we should be zero waste producers to the society, and that we would like not only implemented at our university, we have been helping our neighboring schools in establishing this concept of zero waste, and these schools have been able to generate the biogas by which the canteens run. We also will be doing the same at the university. Not only with the biogas, the hostels will run with the solar energy, thereby creating an awareness of what we mean by Go Green. We are also going to be planting out about 70,000 plants, which would be utilized in various aspects to the nature, and thus we say we mean Go Green. This is not the end of our Go Green, because we have illustrated this amply by our Madanjit Singh Green Energy Technology Building. Our outreach programs, which have been projected and implemented through our community college. The community college at Laspet was the first model one, which even the HRD had said, yes, this is the model college or the nodal agency from which others have to follow to establish new community colleges. Pondicherry University has not rested itself just by establishing this college. We have put a proposal for establishing a similar college to cater to the needs of the community at Yanam and at Mahe. Both these proposals have been accepted and are under consideration by UGC. We introduced the first mobile repair education or a mobile repair program with our nodal agencies such as BSNL, Vodafone and others, where 45 hours of teaching with simulation exercises have gone a long way in creating entrepreneurs who were helped by the government and by the agencies to set up service centers. So in the first batch we had only 50 students. Of course there were many applicants, but we could accommodate only 50, and they all are today having their own service centers with the help of the nodal agencies such as BSNL. We have also gone ahead with reaching to the outreach through our Puduvai Vani, which won the certificate, as also we have adopted certain villages and spread awareness about health, hygiene of the women, the reproductive age, the diseases that can inflict, and many more nutritive value dishes with their own staple food that they have, thereby creating awareness about health as the most important issue for the reproductive age of the girl child in the neighborhood. Study India program is another issue on which I would say the university has taken leaps and bounds. Earlier, Study India program had only students from US who were interested in knowing the culture or the anthropology of our country. But this time in our Study India program we have extended ourselves to the Sweden students, and today we have at our campus 22 students who have come here to study a Study India program from Sweden for this semester. The infrastructure of any university is always a concern, especially for a growing university like the Pondicherry University. We have at present 20 hostels, but however, looking at the growth of the students, we have gone ahead and placed as a proposal to UGC for 2 tower hostels. One hostel tower is only for boys, which will house 1020 students, which is already in process, and the CPWD is working on it. While the hostel for girls with a similar capacity, the proposal has been accepted by UGC. We would also like to state the security of our students and the inmates of our campus are of great importance to us, and as a priority we are placing CCD cameras on prime locations and important locations of the campus, thereby a sense of safety to the students will definitely help the students' psychology that they are in the protected hands. Here we would like to go on an online examination for admission procedures, both for PG as well as the PhD scholars, who will take the examination on mobile, and this will help us quicken the process of quicken the process of admission, and also avoid unnecessary, unavoidable expenditures which otherwise through mechanical means would have been difficult. So we are with the technology, we are with infrastructure, we would like to provide an ambience where students should be staying not only in India but or elsewhere, say destination for higher education, and the best would be the Pondicherry University. Thank you.
Now let's have a look at the news in details. Student selection of Pondicherry University for the year 2013-14 was conducted on 8th of October. Mr. K. Rajan, the Chief Election Officer of the university, made sure that the election process was completed peacefully without any chaos. Majority of the students turned up for the election.
53 candidates from 13 schools won the election. 11 candidates contested for various office bearer posts. Mr. Vijay Kumar from the School of Engineering and Technology was selected as the President of the Students' Union.
The Department of Electronic Media and Mass Communication organized the 3rd Puducherry International Documentary and Short Film Festival in association with Films Division Mumbai and Tamil Nadu Progressive Writers and Artists Association. The Film Fest was inaugurated by the renowned film editor B. Lenin on 7th of November. Many national and international filmmakers and critics took part in this 4-day festival. P. Sainath, the rural affairs editor of The Hindu, was the chief guest for the 2nd day. He delivered a talk on inequality and agrarian crisis in India.
4 states in the country account for 20% of the country's population, 24% of its farmer population, 33% of the decline in the farmers, and 42% of all farmers' suicides. The worst, of course, of all the states in the country is where I live, Maharashtra. So something quite dramatic is happening in the agrarian sector, and the losses to people are deadly. What is happening to your farm population is deadly, and the new phenomenon that you should be watching out for, even in Tamil Nadu, is what will happen to the tenant farmer. The guy who is not recorded as a farmer but is leasing land. In Andhra it's spread massively. There's a huge growth of tenant farmers. I think you will see a similar situation here.
The Day 3 also showcased an array of movies from across the globe like Deepa Dhanraj's What Happened to the City, Italian director Michael Angelo Antonioni's Chunky China, and Bread and the Alley from Iran. A special lecture on how to prepare for a short film was also delivered by Mr. M. Shivakumar, professor from L.V. Prasad Academy of Filmmaking.
As part of the Wildlife Week, the Department of Ecology and Environmental Sciences conducted a series of programs to commemorate the occasion. Dr. K.V. Devi Prasad, head of the Department of Ecology and Environmental Sciences, planted a sapling in order to spread awareness about environmental protection and conservation.
A students' photography contest was held and the selected photographs were exhibited. Besides this, painting competition and an interactive session by the Indian Coast Guard officer Mr. Somasundaram was also organized for the students. The prizes to the winners of various contests were awarded by Mr. Somasundaram.
The Center for Women's Studies is conducting a 16-day awareness campaign to prevent violence against women from 25th November to 10th December 2013. The Vice Chancellor Professor Chandra Krishnamurthy inaugurated a poster exhibition titled Breaking Gender Inequalities Through Violence-Free Environment, which is also organized as part of the event.
The welcome address for the occasion was delivered by Dr. V.T. Usha, head of the Center for Women's Studies. In her speech, she said that violence against women is no longer acceptable. It is a crime and both men and women have to work together to prevent it.
That we all men and women jointly work together to see that there is peace in our world, there is harmony, and women who are 50% of the people in the world, we work along with men in order to see that there is more possible in the world.
Delivering the presidential address, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Chandra Krishnamurthy, focused on men's contribution in bringing an awareness and sensitization about this issue, at least in our campus.
In our society, especially within our campus, I don't think it is so difficult for us to protect our girls. Why? I have my boy students, I have my faculty who will definitely say they will support the students who are with them.
The Department of Electronics Engineering inaugurated a Students' Technical Association, namely Innovative Minds of Professional Association Creating Technologies, or IMPACT, on 30th of October. IMPACT aims to bring together young minds from various institutions across the country to share innovative ideas and hone their talents and skills. Delivering the inaugural address for the occasion, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Chandra Krishnamurthy, expressed her wish of conducting entrance examination through mobile technology in the coming academic year.
The guest of honor, Dr. V. Prithviraj, Principal of RIT Chennai and former Dean of the School of Engineering and Technology, Pondicherry University, welcomed the students of the department to come up with new applications of mobile technology.
Students from this department could really undertake and come forward to look into several newer applications which our country very much wants.
The occasion was graced by Sri K. Vijaykumaran, the Finance Officer, Dr. R. Subramanian, Dean of the School of Engineering and Technology, and other professors, scholars, and students of the university.
Pondicherry University Daycare Center and Pre-Primary School celebrated Children's Day on 14th of November. The welcome address was delivered by Dr. A. Shahin Sultana, Coordinator of Daycare Center. The children also performed various cultural programs.
The occasion was graced by Vice Chancellor Professor Chandra Krishnamurthy and Dr. V. Indumadi, Registrar in charge of Pondicherry University. Dr. Shibnath Deb, Chairman of Management Committee, Pondicherry University Daycare Center and Pre-Primary School, also addressed the gathering. He mentioned that we should recognize the rights of the children and ensure care and protection through different programs.
The Department of International Business held Globis 2013. It was inaugurated on 25th of October by Philippe Janvier Kamiyama, the Honorable Consul General of France, Puducherry. A range of programs like panel discussion on international finance, international marketing, and international human resource management, poster exhibition, corporate work, and culturals were organized as part of the occasion.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Chandra Krishnamurthy, launched the placement brochure of the department, while the souvenir launch was done by the chief guest, Philippe Janvier Kamiyama.
A two-day faculty development program on commodity market and derivatives trading was organized by the SAP Department of Commerce, School of Management on 24th and 25th of October. Sponsored by the Forward Markets Commission, Government of India, the program witnessed its fourth season this year.
Delivering the keynote address, Dr. T. Mallikarjunappa, Professor and Chairman of BOS, Department of Business Administration, Mangalore University, said that the advent of technology has made it easy for institutions to indulge in trading across the different parts of the country and also made it possible to operate at the global level.
At all levels, maybe at the institutional level, at the government level, at the society level, at the stakeholders level, at the world economy level, at the world political level, and you take any levels at which you think, I think the knowledge is expanding and nobody can claim today that either the management or economics or politics is confined to a specific field.
Dean of School of Management, Professor R. Prabhakara Raya, felicitated Mr. T.G. Sendilvelan, Regional Head of South Multi-Commodity Exchange, Chennai, during the occasion. In his speech, Mr. Sendilvelan emphasized on the current commodity market scenario and the broking community.
The Department of Biotechnology conducted a seminar on coordination of the chromosomal structure and genes expression on 28th of October. The speaker for the day was Dr. Georgi Muskelisvili, Professor of Genetics from Jacobs University of Germany.
Various topics of discussion for the seminar included genetic information flow, transcriptional regulatory network, and supercoiling of the DNA.
An intercollegiate Kabaddi competition was conducted by the Department of Physical Education on 30th and 31st of October. Around 15 teams representing various colleges participated.
The 4 selected semi-finalists were Pondicherry University, RVS College of Engineering and Technology, Acharya College of Arts and Science, and Pondicherry Community College. RVS College of Engineering and Technology, Karaikal, won the final match beating Pondicherry University. The felicitation ceremony was supervised by the chief guest Dr. V. Aramugam, Principal, RVS College of Engineering and Technology, and Dr. K. Chandrasekharan, Assistant Director of Physical Education Department.
Well, that's all from this bulletin. Have a great day.